तो इन सब टेंजेंट एंड सब नॉर्मल, पहले हम देखते हैं कि सब टेंजेंट का मीनिंग क्या है, सब नॉर्मल का मीनिंग क्या है। तो एक छोटा सा हम डायग्राम बना लेते हैं। लेट अस से दिस इज द वाई एक्सिस एंड दिस इज द एक्स एक्सिस, और हमारे पास कोई भी एक कर्व है। लेट अस ट्राई टू ड्रॉ द कर्व। तो कर्व मान लेते हैं, लेट अस से दिस इज द कर्व। So let us first of all draw the tangent at some point. ठीक है, हम किसी पॉइंट पे बात करते हैं। Let us say we are drawing a tangent at this point. मान लेते हैं ये पॉइंट है P, P x comma y on this curve y equal to fx. अब ये P है and let us say this is intersecting the x axis at some point pt, at some point t. ये हो जाएगा P t. Now let us try to draw a normal. जो नॉर्मल हम ड्रॉ करेंगे एट द सेम पॉइंट P, और ये इंटरसेक्ट करेगा एक्स एक्सिस को लेट अस से एट सम पॉइंट n. तो t के लिए, टेंजेंट के लिए पॉइंट t है और नॉर्मल के लिए पॉइंट n है इंटरसेक्शन। एंड लेट अस ट्राई टू ड्रॉ अ परपेंडिकुलर फ्रॉम p टू द x एक्सिस। अब इसको भी हमने कोई नाम दे दिया है p, ये हो जाएगा m। अब यहाँ पे हम बात करते हैं कि सबसे पहले सब टेंजेंट और सब नॉर्मल से पहले एक सिंपल चीज देख लेते हैं कि लेंथ ऑफ द टेंजेंट क्या होगी। तो बेसिकली यहाँ पे पी टी जो होगा दैट विल बी द लेंथ ऑफ द टेंजेंट। तो लेंथ ऑफ टेंजेंट, तो पहले हम सारी चीजें डिफाइन कर लेते हैं, उसके बाद उनको निकालेंगे। लेंथ ऑफ टेंजेंट, लेंथ ऑफ टेंजेंट इज पी टी। एंड सब टेंजेंट, व्हाट इज सब टेंजेंट? तो सब टेंजेंट जो होगा यहाँ पे, ये जो पोर्शन आपको दिखाई दे रहा है एम टी, ये वाला, दिस इज द सब टेंजेंट। इसकी भी लेंथ निकालेंगे हम। नाउ टॉक अबाउट द सब नॉर्मल।
What does subtangent mean?
MT is the subtangent. MT that is given over there is the subtangent. In this subnormal, similarly we'll define the subnormal as MN. This is subnormal. MN. And now the normal. Normal is basically, this is PT is the tangent, so PN is the normal. So basically these are, we're talking about the lengths, right? These lengths are the length of the subnormal. So this is the subnormal, this is the normal. So actually normal is the line, but if we talk about the length of the normal, it will be Pn. This is the way it is defined. So if somebody asks you what is the length of the normal at the point P, so basically you will have to find out Pn. The length of the tangent at point P will be Pt. Similarly, subtangent and subnormal. Now we'll try to find out the length of the tangent in terms of this, because we will find it out in general. That is, if we have any curve y equal to fx, what should be the length of the tangent pt? So for this, I'll just give you a simple brief that let us say if you have an angle, this let us say is theta. This angle is theta. So from geometry, we can easily say that this angle is also theta because this is also 90 degree, right? This is also 90 degree. So this angle is 90 minus theta, 90 minus theta, 90 minus 90 minus theta. So this will be theta. So this you can easily do. So these two angles are theta. Now you'll have to take a look at the geometric things and the trigonometric ratios to find out length in terms of y or y dash, because you'll have to take derivative also. So try to find out the length of your tangent first. So to find out pt, we can use this triangle ptm. This is 90 degree. So we can simply use this triangle. So here, this pm we already know actually, right? This pm, because pm we know the point. Some point is there, right? Some point is fixed. Let us say this. If you want to fix the point, this will be x1 and y1. So this point P is some x1 and y1. So this is clearly y1. Now, and we want to know about pt. So we can apply simply sine theta is equal to, you have pm upon pt, or pt equals pm, that is y1, divided by sine theta. Now we know one thing, that tan theta is equal to, because tan theta is just see the slope of the tangent, right? If the tan theta is slope of the tangent, we know slope of the tangent is y dash at the point x1, or you can say this is f dash x1. This is tan theta. So simply, if you have the right triangle, you can make use of the trigonometric things. This is tan theta, or you can make use of this as well. So this is f dash x1 and y1. So sine theta, so of course this will be 1 plus f dash x1 square. That is f dash x1 whole square. So sine theta is clearly f dash x1 divided by this quantity. So this pt is equal to, so pt is equal to y1 upon this sine theta. So you can say this is y1, sine theta will be divided by f dash x1 under root 1 plus f dash x1 whole square. So this is the length of the tangent, or you can also say, to remember this, you can also take it inside the root, and if you talk about in general the point x and y, or x comma y, you can say this is y, this is y dash, you can take this inside under root 1 plus y dash square plus 1. So if you want to find out at any point y1, you can just replace x any expression, this y, x1 and y1. So you can get the length of the tangent directly, right? You can remember this, or you can simply derive this. So it is better to derive, or better to remember than derive, right? It will save some time. Now come to the subtangent part.
y into y dash.
Y into y dash, absolutely correct. So subnormal हो जाएगा यहाँ पे mn, right? So normal is Pn. So here we have found out this subnormal using this triangle, that is y into y dash using tan theta. So Pn is this, right? So this we can find out using, here we already know Pm, right? So length of the Pn is clearly using this triangle again, and that is coming out to be equal to, here y1 will be there, y1 into under root 1 plus
Plus y dash square.
y dash, absolutely, or we can say f dash x1 square. Again, I'll say that it is easy to remember in the terms of only y. So y into under root 1 plus y dash square. So just try to remember in those forms. It is comparatively easier. 1 plus y dash square. So we have found out the subtangent, subnormal, length of the tangent, and the length of the normal. It will be better that we remember everything. So question is, what should be the value of the n in the equation of y equals a raised to the power 1 minus n into x raised to the power n, so that normal may be of constant length. Subnormal, तो subnormal जो है उसकी length constant है. For this we have to find out the value of n. In this case, let us first of all, we know that the subnormal is y into dy by dx. So let us first of all try to find out dy by dx. So let us try to differentiate this. So this y dash will be equal to, this is constant 1 minus a raised to the power 1 minus n into x raised to the power n minus 1. So what you can do is you can simply again multiply and divide by x. So this quantity a raised to the power 1 minus n, and this will become x raised to the power n again. So this is written that y into n divided by x. This is y dash. So this subnormal. So let us say this is Sn, or the subnormal for our case was. So let us name this as Sn only. So this subnormal is equal to y dash into y at that point, or at ending point in this case. This is n y by x, right? N y by x into y dash. So y dash is this, and into y. So clearly this is n y square by x. So this n y square by x, we can substitute y from here. So we will be getting a raised to the power 2 times 1 minus n, x raised to the power 2n. This is y square. There is n divided by x. Now the constant, these are the constants, right? We don't need to worry about them because the only variable that is coming here is this. So basically there should not be any x or any variable y, right? So here it is, if you try to see the power, x raised to the power 2n minus 1. So there the x raised to the power should be 0 for this to be constant. So from here we can get 2n minus 1 equals 0. So n equals half for this case, because this a and n are constant, because here a is constant. So if we substitute n equals half, this is constant only. There should not be any x. There is no variable involved. So the length of subnormal will be constant for n equals half. So in this question, for the curve y equals a times ln x square minus a square, a is some constant. Show that sum of the lengths of tangents and subtangent at any point, that is x1, y1 on this curve, is proportional to the product x1 into y1.
Which product?
Yes, it is written that product. How can it be proportional to anything else? It has to be, it's been written that it is a product. First of all, we can easily find out the dy by dx. So dy by dx is clearly, here a is there and 2x. So at the point you want to find out at x1, y1. So it is 2a x1 divided by x1 square minus a square. Now tangent plus subtangent. So here we have the length of the tangent plus length of subtangent. It is good to remember the formula directly. So it was y1 into under root 1 plus 1 by this dy by dx square. So I can directly write down, or we can say 1 plus 1 by m square, that is the slope, plus this was y1 by dy by dx. So this is what we have got. Now we can substitute the values. So here we are getting y1 under root 1 plus m square. So this x1 square minus a square whole square divided by 4a square x1 square plus y1 into x1 square minus a square divided by 2a x1. Now here you can see that you can simplify this expression. The first one, x1 square plus a square, you can take the LCM, that is minus 2x1a, and here we have 4 times a square, and here we have 4 times. So this will become, you can take this outside, this will be in the numerator, it will become x1 square plus a square whole square. So I can directly write it down. This is y1. So x1 square plus a square whole square, and that was the under root, so I can take it outside. So here we have 2a x1, because this is also inside the root, plus y1 x1 square minus a square divided by 2a x1. So this we can simply add because LCM is the same. y1 divided by 2ax1, and here x1 square plus x1 square will be 2 times x1 square, and a square will get cancelled. So yes, your answer was correct. x1 y1 divided by, here we will be having a, 2 and 2 will get cancelled out. So we'll get this as the answer, and this is clearly proportional to x1 into y1. Show that the tangent of the length to the curve y equals a by 2 ln a plus under root a square minus x square divided by a minus under root a square minus x square minus under root a square minus x square contained between the y-axis and point of tangency has a constant length. Segment of the length. So it should be segment of the tangent, right? We should know what segment of which portion. So segment of the tangent. So correct this. It is segment of the tangent to the curve. So in this case, basically, actually this may not be the curve which is given. So this is a sine curve. So a point of contact, and where it is intersecting, where the tangent intersects with the y-axis, let us say the point is Q. So you have to prove that PQ is constant. So first of all, to find out PQ, so first of all, we have to differentiate this, right? So to differentiate this, or to make it simpler, we can assume A equals, or X equals, we can say that X equals A sine theta. So this entire thing gets converted into, so we have Y equals A by 2 is already there, ln A plus A cos theta, and here we have A minus A cos theta. Now A and A will get cancelled out, and here we have minus A cos theta. Now we know two things, that is cos of 2 theta is equal to 2 cos square theta minus 1, and this is also equal to 1 minus 2 sin square theta, right? So now we can replace 1 plus cos theta. Here we have 1 instead of 2 theta, we have theta. So 1, because A and A will get cancelled out. So that will be 2 times cos square theta by 2. And this will be 2 times, so 1 minus cos theta, 2 times sin square theta by 2. So I can replace, this is A by 2 ln. So this will be 2 times, and both of them, the 2 and 2 will get cancelled out. So I can directly write this will be cos square theta by 2 divided by sin square theta by 2. So minus A cos theta. So this is square we can take with the property of the log. So 2 and 2 will get cancelled out. So finally we have ln cot theta by 2 minus A cos theta. So this is y we have got right now, right? Now we'll try to find out the y dash. यहाँ के बाद बताओ. So this, till this, I think you would have got, both of you.
Yes, sir. I mean, I think I made a mistake
Okay,
in one of those things.
good.
I also found the derivative, but then after that.
Okay, you have got till y.
I have. Yeah, so
Okay.
basically I got it.
Mm-hmm.
How to tell you what I got? And
Okay,
when
you have got the derivative, right?
I only
We have
did
to, yeah, we have to actually find out dy by dx, right? Not dy by d theta.
so we can just do dy by d theta divided by dx by dt.
Absolutely.
Yeah, okay, I didn't go to there.
So that is what we have to do.
Okay, I found the derivatives.
Okay, good.
dy by d theta is a by cot theta by 2 into minus the secant square theta by 2 into 1 by 2 plus a sin theta, and dx by d theta is a cos theta.
Oh my god, so long. Simplify, try to simplify this.
Yeah, actually, no, I just written, I didn't simplify it. Wait, you want me to
Okay.
set up dy by dx or don't set? Okay, I'll just set a dy by dx.
Oh, you just talked about dy by d theta, right? Yes. So find out uh, dy by d theta only on in terms of this in simplified form.
Okay.
What is derivative of cot theta?
Minus the secant square theta.
Good. This becomes what? This is a by cot theta by 2 cos x square theta by 2. So a will be there. So here, from here we can take cos of theta by 2. From here we can take, this will be 1 by sine. So one sine and one sine will get cancelled out. So in the denominator, if you try to see, we have 2 cos theta by 2 sine theta by 2. So this becomes a, here we have minus. So minus a by sine theta plus a sine theta. This is dy by d theta, and dx by d theta is clearly, we have a times, here we have cos
Wait,
theta into d theta by d theta by dx, right? So dx by, okay, fine, no, not this, a cos theta simply, right? Because it is the function of theta itself. So in this case, you can just, this is dy by d theta and this is dx by d theta. So this a we can take common, or minus a if we take common, and the LCM. So this will be 1 minus sine squared theta divided by sine theta. So this becomes minus a cos squared theta divided by sine theta. So you divide this and this. So both of them, so a and a will get cancelled out. So clearly dy by dx is coming out to be, this is dy, so cos is on the numerator, so minus cot theta. So this is the derivative that we were looking for, that is dy by dx equals minus cot theta. So this is the slope of a tangent actually. We can find out the equation of the tangent now, and hence the point Q. So now we have the slope and also we have the point. So y minus y1, y minus, so we had defined, and so this becomes ln cot theta by 2 plus a cos theta, this is y minus y1, equals the slope, which is minus cos theta divided by sine theta. So I'm writing this down because we can multiply sine theta here, x minus x1, which is x minus a sine theta. So for finding out the point Q, we can simply say that x is equal to 0, and we can find out a point that is Q. Q, what should be the, so portion of the tangent. So just write, so let us see that we have to put x equal to 0 or not. So this is what the equation of tangent we have got.
A
So
plus cos
yes,
theta.
let's try to find out this for the portion of the tangent. So as you said that x equal to 0, let us try to find out y. So y equals, here we can say sin and sin will get cancelled out, minus a, and here we have minus cos theta. So this becomes a cos theta minus a cos theta. We can take this on this side, plus a ln cot theta by 2. So this and this will get cancelled out. So the point Q becomes 0 comma a ln cot theta by 2. So this is the point Q that we have got. Point P we already know. Now we can find out PQ. So PQ will be, we already know the point P. P was the general point that we had assumed. That was a sine theta, and y we had calculated a ln cot theta by 2 minus a cos
A
theta, right? यहाँ पे this is the answer is a. So PQ, apply the distance formula. So this and this will get cancelled out. I can directly write down this is a square sine square theta. This and this will get cancelled out, plus a square cos square theta. So we can take a common, sine square theta plus cos square theta. I hope you know. And this is equal to a. So this is constant. A is
Yes.
constant, which is given. So now finally you have arrived at the answer. So the shortest distance between two curves, let us say we have two curves, one is C1 and let us say there is another curve C2. So let's try to understand what this means, and what you said was correct. Let us say if we have any point P on this curve and any point Q on this curve. So the distance between these 2 points is PQ, right? So we have to find out such that this PQ is minimum, right? So that is the shortest distance between two curves. And as rightly pointed out by all of you, that we have, when this will happen along the common normal. So this will happen along common normal. So common normal is basically a line where, let us try to draw this part, let us say this one, right? So this is basically, let us say, if this is the common normal, so it simply means that if this is the point, let us say A, this is the point B. So if you draw the tangent, so these will be the normals. So this line itself, the single line, will be normal to both the curves C1 and C2. So it will be normal to C1 at A, it will be normal to the curve C2 at B. So this distance PQ minimum will be equal to, or the minimum distance will be equal to AB. The shortest distance that we are looking for is AB, where AB is the intersection point of the normal to the curve C1 and C2. So we just have to remember this thing, that if you want to find out the shortest distance between two curves, that will occur along the common normal of the two curves. That is a normal that is common to both of them. It will intersect at the point A to one curve and at point B to another curve. So this distance AB will be the shortest distance between the curves. So in this question, we have two curves. One is a straight line, y equal to x minus 2, and this one is a parabola, y equals x squared plus 3x plus 2. You have to find out the shortest distance between these two curves. The problem becomes simple because one of them is a straight line. So you can differentiate this. It says you are getting y dash equals 2x plus 3. So this is the derivative. Let us say at some point x1. So 2x1 plus 3. They should be equal to this, because if the common normal is there, so tangents will be parallel. 1. So x1 equals minus 1. Substitute in this. You will get y1 equals 0. So you have the point. So this is, let us say, curve C2. So the B point is minus 1 comma 0. This is the line. So we just have to find out the distance of the point B from the line y minus x plus 2, right? This line is y minus x plus 2 equals 0. So this shortest distance will be, directly substitute the point y equals 0. Minus of minus 1 will be plus 1 plus 2 divided by under root a square plus b square, that is 2. The shortest distance is 3 by root 2 in this case.